It's addressing the bovine sector, it's addressing dairy and beef in all its different combinations. And there's a very rich diversity of breeds and ways of doing things across Europe. That diversity can be very useful as we move into a changing environment, extremes of weather and changes in patterns of feed and so on. At the same time, most of the sort of technological tools that have come in, such as genomics, which gives a higher precision of describing genotypes, and all of the on-farm technologies which give a higher precision of actually measuring what the animals do, have tended to come into very specialized sectors. So typically speaking, dairy systems indoors with Nic Friggens would be the key case. So there's a lot of know-how there which could very much benefit from being sort of moved out and moved across into the other breeds, whether those are small beef breeds or whether they're mixed systems and so on. Because the overall aim is to try and get bovine production to be a little bit more efficient at farm level, a little bit more sustainable, so that we're contributing to the solutions for global food security and adapting to climate change, rather than actually being seen as one of the problems. So the key tool at the end point would be a tool which would allow farmers to really be able to rank their animals on both their pedigree, if you like, and also what they're actually doing, and then be able to make decisions about which of those animals should be the future for them and which of those animals, well, are the ones that they would perhaps value less and then not continue with. And that's quite, if they can do that, they can shape the herds to fit their local environments, which can be very different. It can be entirely based on grass in the west coast of Ireland, for example. It could be up in the mountains in Switzerland. It could be all kinds of other systems. And obviously you want slightly different animals for that, for different situations. If you want that tool, then you have to make better use of the technologies. And there are some scientific issues there which we're trying to address. So getting genomics to work across breeds and for crossbreeding, for example, and using these precision farming tools, not just to detect heat or health events or something, but actually to phenotype animals on how robust they are, how efficient they are. So we try to bring all that together, and as an end point to actually try and have something which can be a prototype for what could be used by farmers on a wide scale. We have 20 partners in total, which is interesting to manage. The minority, but nearly the half, are scientific institutions, and then there are breeding companies, so in different forms. There are technology companies who are involved in accelerometers and these kinds of things. There are the advisory services in a number of different countries, a veterinary network, so a broad base of partners. We're halfway through, so effectively people have got to know each other, got things moving, so got stuck into, we do a lot of data work. There's a little bit of measuring animals on farms as well, but we're well into all of that. And so we're beginning to present results at conferences this year, and we'll do it again next year. And one or two papers are starting to come out, and obviously we're moving through from that phase of getting the data and the work in place to then exploiting it and moving it towards the tools that we want in the end. I think we're approaching these problems of adapting to climate change or mitigating climate change in different ways. So some people are looking at disease resistance, some people are looking at keeping genetic diversity, some people are looking at on-farm tools. And I think that's important. We need that diversity. We're all roughly aiming in the same direction. So I think the key message would be we need that variety, we need that if you like, genetic diversity of projects, because different elements will come up and can be relevant in different situations. But the fact that we have a common underlying theme, I think, is good as well, because it allows us to create some synergy.